Well, that was very anticlimactic because, like, they could have kept this. They could have put this in an email. Like, we didn't even need this. But if y'all are new here, do me a solid. Hit that subscribe button. This one this might be my most boring recap because I really don't have any commentary, but I had to get on here for y'all. But thumbs up the video real quick. Do it real quick. Do that for me. That's going to help. I don't know how we're going to keep the viewers today, but I don't know. But get in the comments. Let me know what y'all think. This is probably going to be the fastest recap. Like, boring. How do we go from last night's episode to this? But I know why. But we're about to get into it. All right, so we get back to where we left off. And where we left off was disappointment. Like, the ball, Ariana spins the wheel. The ball lands on White. Garbi and Casey are eliminated. Johnny and Gabby, they're obviously relieved. As is Josh and Andrea. I'm not. I'm very upset because I wanted Garbi to continue to play this game. But she doesn't regret her decision. I wouldn't have regretted it either, but they're saying their goodbyes. Lucinda's being fake, acting like she upset about Garbi leaving. Like, get out of my face. But Garbi and Casey, they leave with no regrets. We see Justine and Tyrique. She says she wants to cry a little bit because she hates how it all went down. But Sydney and Toby, they're in the speakeasy, and he's pretty much apologizing to her, stating that he didn't mean for it to go the way that it did, because in normal Love Island, he wouldn't have done it that way, but it scared him in terms of the game, thinking about basically the potential of her not really being able to stand up against those girls. But he's sitting there talking about how he's sorry and whatnot, and she's like, you sorry for what? And he was like, just the whole night, how everything happened. And she ends up stating, like, what am I supposed to say? You're sorry for what you did? Making that scene was ridiculous, and I just don't trust or respect you. But he then says, like, I mean, I wasn't doing it to hurt you. It just was the thought of basically you being the girl that would have to compete against Justine, Andrea, Gabby. I mean, he got valid reasoning behind why he's questioning it. Like, is he wrong to question it? Absolutely not. The way he went about it, is it not necessarily the nicest way to do it? Yeah. Is it embarrassing the way it happened because he didn't have his T's crossed? Yeah, he should have known how Garbi was going to move before he actually made that move, because he embarrassed himself. Even though he embarrassed Sydney, he embarrassed himself in the process. But she says that you don't believe in me or think that I'm a strong competitor. And he was like, I mean, I just got scared looking at the duels and whatnot, which, like I said, he has a valid reasoning behind why he is questioning it. But, I mean, whatever, it is what it is. But she tells us that he won't ever be able to get back in good with her, and she has no respect for him. And she says that he better be scared, because if they do get to the end and they do win that money, she will be taking it. I can see her doing it. Josh and Andrea, he thought that it was going to be between him and Andrea or Gabby and Johnny. And they both agreed, like, we weren't going to leave it a chance. Like, at this point, we was going to have to do what we had to do, face the music, because the way that we've had to fight this whole time, we're not going to leave it a chance. But Johnny and Gabby, they're in soul ties. He's glad everything panned out the way that it did. He's happy that it transpired the way it did. And he wouldn't have it any other way. And she's like, I mean, everybody essentially wanted us gone. And Johnny's like, yeah, so now we got to win. Like, we have to literally win our way to the finals. And then they end up tonguing each other down. Tyrique and Toby. Tyrique's trying to make a joke of, she's pretty much trying to make a joke of everything to kind of like make light of what happened and whatnot. But he's like, hear me out. Toby's like, I mean, I'm starstruck. I said, starstruck? I mean, you mean awestruck? But Tyrique said something that I just didn't understand what he was trying to say. He was talking about something with with Josh and Isaiah with the votes. I just couldn't pick up what he was putting down. I didn't understand what he was trying to say, but whatever. Toby looked confused too. But Toby pretty much tells Tyrique, like, the gambling shit, like, I would have never gambled with you at that point. Like, he was like, if the gamble wouldn't have went in my favor, our friendship would have been done. The 15-year relationship that they had, it would have been done. Tyrique was like, I mean, well, it paid off. And Toby's like, are you happy? He's like, yeah, I'm buzzing. Toby's like, well, I'm not happy it paid off. I'm like, you're not? Did you want to go home? But he says that he wouldn't have risked Tyrique's game, which, I mean, I get that. But Tyrique says, you know, I'm unpredictable. Are you really, though? Because Tyrique is predictable. That's why I state, like, I don't understand how people don't respect his game, because he moves. He does what he literally tells you what he's going to do. Like, even though he didn't tell Toby he was going to do this, but for the most part, 99.9% of the time, Tyrique going to tell you exactly what it is, and you can't do nothing but respect it. But Toby says that he don't think that he's that predictable, or at least he didn't think he was. But everybody goes to bed. The next morning, they wake up, same routine, boring, boring, boring. Johnny, he ends up telling Toby that Lucifer and Black Sin, Lucifer is Lucinda, Black Sin, y'all know who that is. they shot the first shot at them, so he coming back for them and he wants them to be scared. Let them be scared. I said exactly. But Sydney, she goes walking around wearing a bikini, I guess thinking that that's going to do something to make Toby want to come to her, like some revenge. Because the girl's like, that's a revenge bikini. I'm questioning if I want to say what I want to say. I'm going to say it. The bikini's nice. Maybe old Sydney would have gotten him to move, but if you get what I'm saying, I'm not about to elaborate. But Toby says that shit last night, talking to Tyrique, that shit last night pushed her away. And it's not about like me not liking her, because I do like her, but it's just the situation. And the situation at this point is done. And Tyrique is like, I mean, I don't feel like it has to be done at this point. And he then says, like, I feel like Sydney will surprise you today. She did. But Toby then tells us that his biggest concern is the fact that their trust is broken at that point. And essentially, he needs to try and figure out a way to get it back together. Lucifer comes walking over there. And Tyrique was like, you making the decisions last night. Like, you was wearing the pants in the whole relationship with you and your couple. And I'm proud of you. And she's sitting there geeked about it because she loves male attention and them giving her props. That's what she wants to hear. But Johnny joins them and asks, like, am I interrupting? And they're like, no. But Toby sits down and says that, Lucifer, I need you to pretty much take that shot at Josh and Andrea today, because essentially it's been the four of us and I want it to be us four in the final four. So Isaiah comes over there and they pretty much like, yeah, let's do this. We need to target them in the challenge if it is today. Or regardless, they just want to make sure that the four of them couples are in the finals together. Lucifer don't want to send Andrea home because that's her best friend in the house. Toby and Sydney, she's only your best friend because she's the only one in there that you ain't really jealous of yet. Like, let Isaiah go over there and actually go put some moves on Andrea. She'd have been doing it. She'd have been acting the same way. But Toby and Sydney, they have another conversation, same old conversation about him telling her, pretty much trying to do damage control. She ain't budging. She over there getting emotional, crying and shit. I don't care to get into it. We about to keep it moving. Andrea and Lucifer, they're talking about them being best friends. Don't care. Sydney's over there telling Justine and Garbi that she's here for the game, but there's no more friendship between her and Toby. She starts crying again. They start comforting her. Do not care. Lucifer and Black Scent, they're in soul ties. Do not care. She ends up getting a text as they're all downstairs, and it's pretty much telling them that you're going to battle for your place in the finals tonight. And it's in the game called Shoot Your Shot. They know Shoot Your Shot, something to do with basketball. We find out Andrea has hooped and has for 10 years. I said, Andrea, you do some sports. But the Shoot Your Shot challenge, which me and my sister were sitting here talking about it too. I hate that the further we got into, like, at the end of the season, I feel like these games shouldn't be by chance like this. I feel like they should have to duel it out. Like, these challenges, I feel like the way Garbi went home and the way whoever went home, we about to talk about that in a minute, I felt like it's a cheap way out. I feel like they should have dueled their way to either get in the finals or not. But Shoot Your Shot, basically they have to fill up by shooting in shots in the hoops. They have to fill up their little tube that they have underneath their goal. And they're going to play it in 2 rounds. The girls will shoot first. The boys will shoot next. In the first round, the couple that scores the most will get an advantage at going into the second round, which I'm sitting here thinking, did somebody have an advantage? I don't know what their advantage was. But the second couple, or the couple that has the least amount, they will be given a white ball. You don't want this white ball because if you get the white ball, we'll talk about it in a minute. They begin. Sydney was actually beasting it. She only missed 1. She got 20 of hers in. Tyrique, Johnny, and Toby and Isaiah start stealing the balls from Andrea and Josh because you can do that. So Josh ends up stating that they're pussies and they're scared. I'm like, Josh, they just don't want you in the game because they're not working with you. I don't think anybody is scared of you. Like, let's keep it real. Maybe Isaiah is, but I don't think these men are scared of you. They just know that you are competition, and they rightfully want to get rid of the competition that would be making it a little bit harder for them in the game. If they're not working if they're not working with you, that's just common sense. Why would they want to take from each other? But I mean, whatever. But he tweaking out. We get the results from round 1. Sydney and Toby had 20 balls in theirs. Lucifer and Blackson had 17. Garbi and Johnny had 14. Tyrique and Justine had 8. Obviously, Andrea and Josh had 0. So Ariana asked him, like, what happens? Josh is having a little man syndrome. Like, he literally tripping out. He's sitting here targeting us. They targeting, like, obviously. But round 2, the boys start shooting. Josh and Andrea have the white ball. Now, the white ball, we find out, is she says that the couple with the most balls will be safe going into the finals. So after this round, if you have the most amount of balls in yours, you're going through to the final, into the mega duel. Everybody else is going to be vulnerable except for the couple that has the white ball, because the couple with the white ball, you out of here. You dump from the island. So at this point, everybody's trying to strategize on what to do. Josh and Andrea, I like their strategy. They just waited too late. But then again, it's like, how do you really know if you're waiting too late? Like, you can sit here and think that because they want to count. Basically, they trying to count to 5 minutes by sitting there stalling, not even shooting anything, just sitting there holding the ball and then waiting and hoping that you get the chance to throw that ball at somebody else without the time expiring. So they begin. Andrea and Josh, they ain't doing that. Everybody else started off trying to get the balls. They realized they just sitting over here stalling. So they like, okay, well, what are we doing? So everybody else still starts trying to get balls in. But eventually, everybody starts getting nervous because time is starting to wind down. And Josh and Andrea, they get the ball out. And I'm like, if y'all don't go over there and just put the shit in somebody's shit, like, at least try and put it in there first. You see the thumbnail. They sat there and waited, and then time ran out. And I'm like, anticlimactic. Because the way they were building it up, it was about to be interesting. But no, boring. But Ariana asked him, like, what was y'all's tactic? And they just wanted to count. They wanted to count and hope that they could get the ball in somebody else's before the time went off. But Andrea's getting emotional, talking about the fact that it was just 4 versus 1 at that point. It was basically a gang up. Josh starts getting emotional. Ariana then mentions how he talked about, like, wanting to come in and finish the journey for his sister. As we know, if you've watched season 3, but if you didn't know and you've been watching this season, he already talked about it. But if you missed it, his sister passed away during his season, and he had to leave the show. Well, he didn't have to leave the show, but he chose to leave the show, as he should have. Like, your sister just passed. He did the right thing. So, and I give him respect, because Josh could have easily, well, I ain't gonna say easily, because that's not an easy decision, but if you really here for clout and stuff like that, you would have stayed. But the fact that he truly went home, he went home like he was supposed to. But he didn't get to finish it out. And honestly, in my opinion, on his season, if Josh and Shannon would have finished out that season, they probably would have won. But he wanted to come back and see it through, because Josh got on the show because his sister, I believe, if I'm remembering correctly, his sister applied him through the show. Like, she sent in his application, and then obviously he went through the rest of the process. But she's the reason as to why he was on the show in the first place. So he wanted to come back and finish it for her. And Ariana's like, I'm sure she's proud of you. She asked him how he feels about his journey. Tyrique, everybody's backing him up. Like, it's just proof to Josh, it's nothing personal. Like, these people just wanted you out of the game because you were a competitor. Like, that's just really what it was. And they weren't working with you. Tyrique is proven right here, it's nothing personal. He don't have nothing against this man. But Josh, he left with respect and class. So I'm going to get off of him. But he then says that everything he does is for her. He wanted to win for her. He knows that she's watching and has been the whole time. Everybody's getting teary-eyed, especially Justine. He wished everybody the best. So he left with class. Good for him. Tyrique and company, they all gave him his respects, as well Andrea. But Justine was like, obviously, I'm close to Josh outside of here. Andrea's a fighter. I don't know how you did it, and I didn't want to see you in the final because I would have had to compete against you, but I'm proud of how you handled yourself. Johnny gives them their respects. Ariana reveals that the winner of the challenge going through to the finals, of course, was Lucifer and Blackson. I'm like, Garbi went home the night Lucifer goes to the final. Ugh! This episode could not have gotten worse. But she asked him how they're feeling. I don't care. Ariana then tells the remaining couples that the decision on who's joining them is in the hands of America. Ariana asks Andrea and Josh about how they feel about each other. They both like each other. We'll see how long they last. They both live in Miami, so they both feel good about that. I'll give them 6 months, but whatever. They say their goodbyes. We about to vote on who I want to win. I wanted Garbi to win, but here we go. All right, so we are going to vote for the winner of Love Island Games. My winner left, but we're about to get into this. As we all know, the final 4, we got Gabby and Johnny Tyrique and Justine, Sydney and Toby. No. Oh, I was gonna say where the other couple at. So we got to vote for this couple to advance to the. Oh, that tells you how interested I was in this episode. Is which couple do you want to see advance to the mega duel? So we got to vote one couple to advance to the mega duel. Y'all know this is not hard for me at all. They're definitely not getting my vote. Sydney and Toby, absolutely not. So it's really between these two. Johnny, you my boy, but I got two people in a couple that I actually want to win. Johnny, I would like to see Johnny win. Tyrique got to win because, like, menace. We have to have a menace, literally. Oh. Oh, I just realized. Oh. Do I think Tyrique will steal this money from Justine? Considering it now, I don't think that he will. Justine, no. Could Justine get her lick back on him? Do y'all think she would? She here for the money this time. This is the couple that you want to see win the money and then see who gets the money, because it could go either way with both of them. Justine done won twice. She done split the money twice. Well, she had one opportunity to split the money. The other one was split with her, but essentially she split the money twice. She could have had 200 G's. She could have had 200 G's from both shows in total, but she chose to split it. Is she going to split it this time? Like we know, she said, I came here for the game. Y'all know I'm voting for them anyways, but I'm really going to vote for them because I want to see what's about to happen. Like, I really hope that they get to the end and actually win, because this is the couple that I feel like will be the most entertaining. Johnny 100% will take that money from Garbi. Toby will take that money from Sydney. Sydney will take that money from Toby. Don't care about the other one. But this is the couple that I want to win. But we're going to see on Sunday. But if y'all got this far, give me what you know you're supposed to give me. This. Get in the comments. Don't know what y'all going to say. But get down there. Let me know what y'all think. Show some love. My ear is still on the mend, y'all. Thank y'all to those of y'all that have been asking. But yeah, I'll see y'all on Sunday one last time. We are wrapping up Love Island season. And shout out to y'all that have been with me since June. If y'all been with me since 2023, when Love Island Game Season 1 started, the very end of the season is when I started posting these videos and recaps. But really, I was really full season with Season 6. And then last season, Season 7, and then now this season. Shout out to y'all that's been with me, because like y'all have helped me gain so much traction over here. Like in total, the last 2 years, I would say y'all probably have contributed to about probably 8,000. Yeah, 8,000 of these 13,000 subscribers that I have. So shout out to y'all. Show love to all my other stuff as well. I'm going to be here. I'll be back. I will be back. And I'm thinking about probably doing Love Island All-Stars. It depends on how the episodes drop out for me, and if I get quick access to them, because I don't want to be behind. But we'll see. But I got other stuff I'm talking about. Like, y'all just look at the channel. But I'll see y'all on Sunday. Peace.